everyone, and welcome to Red, White and Black Chat.
Hello.
My name is Sorrel, and as you can tell, we're in my house today. So our skipper Sarah is not here, so this is going to be a hot mess of an episode. I'm joined with Kat yet again.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
What's going on with your voice?
Oh, okay. So please do me a favor and have a look at the Plat chat that was uploaded Monday night, and you will see why I sound like this. So I apologize, lads and ladettes. And I apologize if you were sitting anywhere near me at aisle 29. That is why I sound like what I do today. So
and this is why I have the top job today. Anna's here too. How are you?
Hello, I'm good.
How are you feeling?
I have a voice, kind of.
How many drinks did you have at the footy today?
I was at the Big Freeze today and spent the entire afternoon with beer, chicken, and a bunch of wet slides with ice everywhere. It was great. I had quite a few beers, but that's okay. We're good. Good.
Great episode coming up.
we'll be fine.
Yeah. Do you have any takes from the game? How do they compare to what you saw from St Kilda?
It was interesting. Melbourne looked like they were suffering from a bit of withdrawal. And I mean withdrawal from, like playing good football. They just couldn't play today. I don't know. Like they just, I would be really frustrated to be a Melbourne fan today.
Also makes us look a little bit silly yet again.
Well, that was a different game, so I kept ignoring that the whole time. But they did make Collingwood look really good, and Collingwood is really injured, so it was interesting.
It is interesting because we played Melbourne 3 weeks ago now, and they absolutely destroyed us.
They did.
And then they've come off losses to West Coast and Freo, and why us?
I don't know.
Why not us, but why us?
I don't know, but it was nice to watch the game without feeling like I was developing internal bleeding somewhere because it was going so poorly.
Yeah.
So it was a nice escape from the Saints game, actually.
This round itself has been fried. Like my tips, I don't know about you girls, but my tips are all over the place. I think I've got one right, and that was the Saints because I never tip against us because then if we win, then I feel like a bitch. So I genuinely think I've gotten one right. Yeah, I was thinking of North, but yeah.
I tipped North.
Yeah, I should have.
It was their only chance to win a game, it felt. So
you guys were hyping up Essendon.
Me?
Yeah, you didn't tip Carlton?
No.
Oh, I hate Essendon. I didn't tip Essendon because I just don't want to see them win.
Yeah. Fair.
Also, I'm still mad at Gresh.
I wanted both teams to lose in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's fair.
So this is actually a St Kilda podcast, so
That's all right.
we might talk about St Kilda now.
For people like all football, we're welcoming.
So we played on Saturday night. You guys were there?
Yes, sure was.
You had a great time?
Yeah.
How did we feel about the game? Yeah.
Despite what everybody has said, I loved it. Again, I'm going to redirect every viewers and listeners to the Plat chat because apparently now I think that we're winning the flag.
Okay.
So after a few vodka raspberries in me, I think that we're premiership contenders. No, like sober me has been brought back down to reality. But no, I loved it. I loved what I saw. Low scoring game. I don't give a shit. Yep. We won, guys.
Yep.
We won. So I'm usually quite negative, I feel like,
It was just good to be at the game to experience a win because it has been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while, and I've been a bit depressed when it comes to our boys. So it was really nice to get an unexpected win and second team above us that we've beaten all year.
Yeah, that's good.
So, yeah, loved it. Can't the Saints.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought there's something different in our ball movement lately, the last 2 games.
Yep.
I don't know what it is other than we aren't using the boundaries much, which is lovely. But we're also just moving the ball a little better or responding. Even when we make a mistake, we just respond better. I don't know where that's coming from, but it's good. So I liked the better ball movement despite some of the sad stuff that happened in the game. And I didn't find it boring because it's my team.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So our disposal efficiency was at 69%, the past few weeks, it has been down below 50, around the 50s.
yeah.
So I think this is the highest disposal efficiency we've had nearly all season.
Yeah.
So I think that might have contributed to a winning play and how we move the ball. Yes, like we didn't score many goals, but also they didn't score many goals. The point of football is to also kick goals and also stop goals. And we definitely stopped the goals.
Yeah, we did really well, really, really well. But also so did their defence. Sam Collins ripped us an absolute new one. You know, credit when it's due. He is a absolutely phenomenal defender and he killed us. And
but I was actually happy about Dan Butler too. That was a highlight for me.
Oh,
He
yeah.
kicked
Oh,
a
yeah,
lot of goals,
absolutely.
and we missed him more than I think we realized.
yeah, me too.
When was the last time he played a full game? Was it the first time this season he's played?
I don't
Was he
know.
played earlier in the season?
Because he was injured early in the season.
Yeah.
right? Yeah. I don't know. I can't remember anymore. I'm
Yeah.
so scared of those early games.
Yeah.
I don't like to think about them.
I have a feeling it was his first full game, and to see him come back, kick 3 goals, 2 in the first even. I was so happy for him. I am Dan Butler's probably biggest fan. I would die for that man.
He was absolutely phenomenal and his pace. I didn't realize how much we missed his like swifty little ball movements. I feel like he brings a similar poise as to what Hunter Clark does.
Yep.
And with the inclusion of the two of them, look, I'm not saying that they won us the game or anything like that, but I do think that they both provide us with a different sort of structure. So obviously Clark in the midfield and then we've got Butler in the forward. But it's just composure that we've been lacking all year. So I definitely think that he deserves a spot in our starting 22. I didn't realize, I'm with you, Anna, I didn't realize how much we missed him up until we saw him. Yeah.
Because he also is defensive in our forward line, and that's, I'm not going to hate on Higgins, but he isn't really a defender, like a forward defender. But Butler brings like the tackles. He's like, if he's not on the ball, he's around the players. And I think that's what we need in the game.
Agreed. He's one of those players that it's so interesting to watch him like constantly, like, you know, like you said, like, you know, around the play and stuff. He just does not stop. His work rate is 110%, but he's always been like that. So obviously, you know, Shane with the injuries and things like that. And then, you know, we know that he struggled to come in the side and things, but I really think he's shown us. I mean, it's a bit too late in the year, unfortunately. Am I talking about winning the flag, guys? But no, I really think that he proved himself and he proved his worth, and the fact that he should start in our 22, I think he showed amazing signs. So good on you, Danny.
If we play the ball to the ground, he's very good at picking it up because he is like a smaller player. So he's good. He's what we need to get the ball moving from the ground level rather than the bomb move, which we seem to still do.
We still like that. The panic bomb. I said it a couple times from the stands. I was like, the panic bomb is back.
I don't know why we do it. I do not know why we do it. Our kicking inside 50, I think, is going to be the longest work in progress. I don't know what we need to do to stop it. I don't know the root cause of the issue either. Like, why do we do it? Why do we do it? We were in the game. There was no need to panic. And we had a lot more of the ball than what they did. I'm pretty sure that they racked up more possessions, but I feel like, I don't know, if there's a stat somewhere that's like time, you know, in our possession, then I can confidently say that we would most likely be above Gold Coast. Because I felt like,
it felt like we were controlling the game for most of the game.
Exactly. Yeah. Especially in the midfield.
Yeah. Even with the bombs, like there was recovery, you know, so it didn't really ever feel like the Suns had the game somewhere like in their pocket.
Yeah.
They were just, I don't know. I felt like we asserted ourselves like we've been asking for.
Yeah.
So it was good to see.
Yeah. Agreed.
So we also had 71 turnovers, but I don't think that really, we hate on everyone making turnovers, but I don't think that really impacted the game. So it has me thinking, if our defenders are all over their player, then yes, turnovers aren't great, but they aren't scoring from it. So we are doing what we need to do.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Mason Wood did do a silly one, which cost us a goal.
Bonner cost us a few goals, but We'll let
Yeah.
you talk about that.
Yeah, I will get to that actually.
Bonner kicked
I
her
come with a
behind.
few controversial opinions today. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he
What
did.
was he doing that far up the field to kick her behind?
I will.
He needs to stay away from the ball.
Yes.
He needs to stay his place.
Agreed.
I'll get to him actually
yeah.
because Kat's come with some controversial opinions today, guys,
All right,
and
so,
half a voice apparently.
so I've got another pro from the game, which I wrote down. Windy does it again.
Yes. How exciting
Oh.
was that? I love it.
He absolutely rinsed Tuke Miller in the first half.
What a good boy. What a good boy. He is the best dagger in the comp, I'm convinced.
Yeah.
He might be though. And how different does our midfield look when we take a man out?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And someone as important as Reed and Miller. Who does he go on next week?
Lucky Neil.
Yeah, he's done it before.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how successful he'll be because I think Lucky Neil's pretty good.
Yeah, he's very good.
Yes. But I think Windy can take on anyone at this point.
I agree.
Did you, because I watched on TV, I fell ill before the game. Unfortunately, I had to watch from home. But you could just see Windy at the core time, just like giving little pushes around to Tuke.
Oh,
And I
even
was like,
before the
"Oh."
game,
Yeah.
they were going at it before the
Yeah.
game. And I was like, this is going to be so good.
They
I
really
love
Yes.
when there's that aggression
Even
there.
in our forward line, there was quite a few. I feel like we're not, like as a whole, we're not a really aggressive team. But, you know, Butler brings that to
Yeah.
us as well.
Yeah, he
Butler
does.
was giving a lot of shoves and things like that. And you love to see it. Like, you know, obviously at the end of the game, they all shake hands. So they're all probably mates outside of the game too. But that's what footy's about. Like, you know, you watch games like as little as 5 years ago and it's a completely different game. And, you know, the game as a whole has lost a lot of aggression. But, you know, players like that, like, you know, like your Windies, like your Butlers, you know, like Ben Long loves to get under, you know, his players' skin as well. Like Tom Papley. Oh, you just love to see
Yes.
players like that. St Kilda do need to be a bit more aggressive,
Yep,
I think.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I mean,
We're
look,
too
again,
nice.
I'm not saying we are too nice.
nice.
Yeah. And I'm not
Getting-
saying that won us the game or anything, but I do think it somewhat of a healthy aggression helps us stay in the game. And it's like an effective motivation. He's me being a psychologist again, but
I think
keep
it
being angry.
tips the scales to our control.
Yeah.
So that we have that control and we're able to set the pace for the game.
Agreed.
Otherwise,
Yep.
yeah.
I think in the first quarter, Butler, I don't know who was on, but he earned himself a free. He got slammed to the ground, but that got him a goal. So
Yeah.
if you have to wind them up to get your free, then it's good that he did it.
Yeah, that's it. Similar to the very controversial Max King free kick at the end of the game. Side note, let's backtrack. How good was Kingy?
Yes,
What
I agree.
a good boy. He killed it. He definitely did play more up the ground, which we've been speaking about the last couple of weeks. I feel like he enjoys it a lot more.
Scored more
He
goals
was
than Ben.
smiling. Yeah, exactly. He was smiling. He was in the game. He was like taking marks for God's sake. Like,
Yes.
I feel like that's all we've been asking of him. Like, first, take marks. And then if you want to kick a goal, you know? But he was getting the ball and then he had chances to kick goals and he did it. And that's all we can ask from him. And he's done it and he looked really happy.
And he was leading too.
Yeah.
There was one he led and he took that mark and I'm like, I don't know if he kicked it, but it was so nice to see him lead and actually land a mark.
Yeah, and enjoy it.
Yeah.
And enjoy the play
Yep.
and be proud of himself that he's doing well because he is.
Yep.
A good boy, Maxi.
Should we talk about that controversial?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's rip the Band-Aid off.
Look, I think the umpires either way were stupid. I think they have been the last 3 weeks in every single game, not just
Yeah.
Saints. Like, you know, I can understand why people are saying that it was a stupid free kick. But in saying that, we had 2 forwards leading out, so we would have won the game anyway. Like whether Max King got the free or not, we were getting a goal out of that forward entry. Like there's absolutely no doubt about it. So I wouldn't say it was a game changer like the North Melbourne game was. But yeah, I can understand why people are a bit angry at the free.
This is going to be a part of my rant, but I'll just say some of it. Max King was held the majority of that game.
Yep.
And they didn't call a free kick. And sometimes I think when umpires consistently miss stuff, once in a while throw one in because they're like, I admit I didn't call it the other 10 times.
Mhm.
So I'm going to call it now.
Mm.
That's probably what happened. I don't know. I'm not an umpire, thank God. But I don't, for the amount of shit calls that were going on the entire game, I don't think that one needs to be zeroed out. And I'm kind of annoyed that the media just focused on it because those things happen all the time in all the games. Those are the kind of calls that you never know how they're going to go. So that's not the reason why the Saints won.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's annoying to even like entertain
Yeah.
the conversation because we were just better.
Yeah.
And we didn't win the free kick count. We were down by, I think,
Yeah.
4, I think the difference was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in a close game like that, like 4 is a big number
Yeah.
because, you know, it was only a 3-point
Also,
win.
how many games have we lost by a couple of goals that was shitty
Yep.
because the umpires didn't help at all? Like they
Exactly.
weren't calling things at all or the holding was inconsistent. Everyone's
Yeah.
complaining about that. So, you know what? Too bad.
Yeah.
They were on the bad end of it this time. I don't really care.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
the first time it's actually come to us and it's paid in our favour for
Yeah.
Well,
the
yeah,
first
that's
time
exactly
ever.
right. Yeah.
And so I guess there's like a little bit of guilt with us, but at the same time, like, why can't we have, if every other
Yeah.
club can get like a free kick which wins them a game?
Exactly.
And
yeah.
look, in the grand scheme of things, this win, like these 4 points aren't, you know, it's not differentiating us from a top 4 ladder position. It's
Yep,
not
not
getting
yet,
us into
not
the
yet.
8. Like, it's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay that we won that game. Look, it's shitty for Gold Coast because obviously they're like mid-tier of the ladder. But
Well, we
You know
kicked
what?
them
It's
out of
not-
the 8.
true.
It's saying they would have been out
Too
of the
bad.
4 by percentage. They are not at
Well, that's exactly
14.
right. Yeah, that's exactly right. And I'm sorry, but if we beat them, you are so right.
Yeah. Like, we're not having the best season. So if you think you're a top 4 team, Gold Coast, you need to.
Yeah,
Think
that's
again.
right. That's exactly right.
Okay. Now we have to get to the biggest controversy of the game. Dougal Howard potential hammy.
Don't care about Dougal so much, but
He is
he's
so
been doing
vital.
well. He's been doing really well this season, so it just figures that he would do a hammy because he was on a roll. He was sad too. I saw in the replay, he looked really sad on the bench.
I'm really hoping that it's just like a little twinge and he'll be back in a couple of weeks.
Ross said 21 days in the presser. I don't know if that's real. I don't know
Yeah.
if that's real or if he made
Well,
it up.
I guess like it would be awaiting scans, but we all know that Dougal is literally my ride or die, my soulmate, I will give him my kidney if he asks for it.
You will cut the hamstring off your
I
leg.
will give him my leg. Like if he wants my leg, it might be a little bit uneven because I'm 5'0", but if he wants it, take it. You want my lung? Take it. Again, I don't know how good,
Yeah.
listen to me, I don't know how good my lungs will be. But yeah, I tried to message Dougal, please accept my bloody message request because I'm trying to give you some wise words of encouragement, invitation sent. But no, if I had the chance to DM him, I would have said, I love you. I hope you're okay, as I did when he tore his hammy in 2022. So I would have retweeted that message. But no, genuinely devastated. And seeing the footage of him, I've literally watched the replay 3 times. Like that's not an
Yeah, I
exaggeration. And I saw him sad on the bench the first time. And then the second 2 times that I watched the replay, I literally had to skip past it because I'm like, I will cry. I hate seeing him so sad. But on that note, because look, if we keep talking about it a bit more, I might have a mental breakdown. Who will we see next week for Doogie Woogie, do we reckon?
I think Cordy's just going to come in.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm not sure about Cordy.
Me neither.
Really?
In the
Or
VFL,
Ari.
he let what's his name, Lukosius,
Yeah.
score 5 goals.
Really?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, that doesn't fare well. Well, we've got Ari as well, who's tall.
I think it will be Ari.
Maybe
No, it's
next week
Casper.
because we've got a bunch of talls in the Brisbane game. Potentially Ari comes in because he's just got the height. I don't
Mhm.
know.
He's
But I
absolutely
think-
massive.
I think Jimmy, Battle, and Wilkie will take the back line. Maybe if we put Ari like halfback,
Yeah.
Maybe.
that could work.
It'd be nice if we didn't see Bonner.
It would be. It would be. But
In
it
my
seems
opinion.
like without Dukes,
Be tough. I will say this though, we did well in the game even though he went down, because he went down relatively early.
3
And we
minutes.
still,
Yeah.
yeah,
3
we
minutes
still
into the first
defended
half,
well.
yeah.
That is impressive for
So
our
that is a
defenders
relief.
to hold up. So we
Yeah.
do have the depth that are
Yeah.
already there because we know
in
we
terms
have,
of the back line,
yeah,
yes.
we
Yeah.
have Jimmy, Battle and Wilkie, even though Battle was potentially up in the forward line.
Oh, Battle can do anything, honestly. But even if next week, if we have to move, because Clark used to be our halfback flank, so we know that he can like play that role really well. And even if it means, Sinclair and Clark just, kind of play that switch over role and they keep on rotating from the back to the mid, I think we'll be fine without Dukes. Like you said, we have the depth. As much as it pains me to say it, I don't want to be fine without Dukes as well.
No, you do want to be fine. You do.
No.
He'll come back. I want to be
He better
fine.
come back.
I guess the shining light is we do have the bye in 2 weeks.
Yes.
So if it is like a 3-week thing, then potentially it's only missing 2 games.
Yeah, that's
which
exactly
would be
right. Yeah. Speaking of the back line, I think Josh Battle was absolutely
He was
bloody
outstanding.
phenomenal. He is, like we were talking about in last week's ep, I really don't want to see him go. The thought of it absolutely devastates me. And I feel like he, brings so much structure. And him and Wilkie and Webster are just like dream team back there.
I heard a rumor that he's pretty dedicated to the Saints.
I heard that too.
Sees that he might have a bright future with Ross Lyon. So hopefully this is just,
and I've just
fluff from the management.
Yeah, to get him the most money, and you know what, he deserves it, doesn't he?
He does.
So,
I think we need to pay him whatever he wants. So I'll say that, but hopefully he stays.
I'll give him $1 a day. That's all I can afford. $1 a day.
And then our final con from the game, which I've written down, 19 shots from 56 inside 50s. What are we doing in our inside 50?
This is what I was going to say before.
Yeah.
I think when we go in the 50, our first thought is, where's the guy that's going to mark the ball and kick the goal? Instead of looking at the goalposts and just kicking it through the goalposts, we don't do that. We said we look for someone to be available. I think we should just capitalize on the goals and not really worry about how.
So as soon as it's in the inside
Just
50, someone
like
just bang it.
No, but I think we need to get maybe do a deep entry into the 50 and then kick the goal. No getting it just to the 50 and then working around to see who's there. So many times that the ball went and there could have been a goal, but we kicked it to someone else. That person had it, but it was too late because now there's defenders. They couldn't do anything with it. It got smothered. It went out of bounds, and then it just right past the goals. I don't just kick it through the stick. Stop kicking it to each other.
I think that's our issue though, isn't it? It's those deep forward entries that we don't get. And it's because of the bomb. And despite us playing Max King up the ground more, we still do it. I think it's part of our game style now, as shit as it is. I think we're accustomed to it. And I think it's going to be a really shitty, hard habit to break.
If we can kick it that far, just run a few more meters and kick and goal. Excuse me. Sorry, it's for you guys. I just feel like if we can kick it that far, kick the goal. Let's not mess around with the technique we're doing. And there is no technique.
It's probably a confidence thing.
It's messing up every time. Just kick the goals.
I'm not sure what our stats are, but I don't think we're kicking many set shot goals anyway.
No.
So I think we do better on the run. So why would we not just kick it as close to the square as you can get? Someone pick it up.
Pick it up and kick it in.
Put it on your boot.
Yes.
The only players in our forward line that I would trust in a set shot is King. And even then, let's just say that's a 50-50 chance. And Skunk, which again is a 50-50 chance, and Skunk isn't getting much off the ball. So,
I wouldn't even know if he played. I can't remember anything.
He played, but he just constantly drops marks. I can't.
It was very unmemorable for me on the weekend.
He had I
that a
think he had a
pun?
few goals. It could be. He had a few times where I think he assisted, but it was only a couple. And
I do think he was better than last week. He did. There was one passage where he spoiled, and it was like I think it was the end of the third term. It was actually quite crucial to us, conceding. So I do think he was in it a lot more than what he was last week. But, if we're looking to move up, the ladder next year, and if we're looking to make the bloody grand final this year, we don't need passengers. And I think, unfortunately, Skunk has taken the role of a passenger. And but you want every single 22 players on that list to make those 1%ers. So actually I'm kind of going back on my word now. Yes, he's done the 1%ers, good job, but you all should. That's my stance. Yep.
I think
I'm
it's
done.
probably good. Like, he does give us some experience in the forward line, but I just don't know how valuable that experience is, because we're not really seeing any results from his. I don't know.
I also feel like his character as well, he used to be part of our leadership group, but isn't anymore. I don't think. I'm pretty sure he's not. But I personally don't really see that leadership in the forward line. So it's not like I understand your point when you say experience, but if he's not doing it by example, and if he's not being vocal, I don't know. I don't know. I'm a bit off the Skunk train, as much as it pains me to say. Because, he was growing up, like when I was growing up, he was one of my favorite players ever. So it pains me to say it. Pains my dad to hear it. He's a number one Skunk fan, but, I think it's time.
So we had 3 goal scorers, Butler, Higgins and King. And we're supposedly have all this forward depth, Caminiti, Cheeto, Wilson, Wood, Hill. Did anyone go for a goal?
Well, Caminiti missed a few.
Oh, Bonner kicks it behind.
Mason Wood missed a few.
Mason was a bit silly on the weekend.
Yeah, they missed a few, but I'd rather see that aggression. I don't know. Henry, I think, missed one.
Yeah,
Had a couple of misses.
Yeah.
My behinds.
So we tried.
But we tried.
Yeah.
I think, sometimes that'll be the thing where one game maybe will be big for Butler, and then another game maybe will be big for hopefully Machito at some point this season.
He kicked 3. He kicked 3 after my trip.
That's right.
The Gardens.
Yeah.
game,
So the Freo game. So like, hopefully it's just something where they rotate who's taking control of the game. Yeah.
Maybe next week will be Skunk.
If he gets a game.
Yeah,
If he
I
gets a
know.
game.
We'll talk about the VFL later, but we've got some goal kickers in the VFL, and I love those kids. They're just like my babies. All right, we're on to a new topic. I was on the Age website today doing my research since I got this gig.
Glasses out. Got your notepad going.
I'm just like,
glasses down to the
let's see
nostrils.
what the media has to say, because I don't care what the Herald Sun has to say. We're going to the top. We're going to the
Going to
Age.
Murdoch.
Also, because the Herald Sun's blocked off for all the articles. We went to the Age, and some man, I don't know his name, not worth my time. He said Saints vs Suns was the worst game of the year.
A lot of people said that, actually. I've heard a lot of people say that.
How? I don't understand. There are so many different aspects to the game. Some teams kick 20 goals. Some teams stop 20 goals. And we just happen to be the team which stops 20 goals.
Yeah, I agree with you.
There's like forward strong teams. There's midfield strong teams. We just happen to be defensively strong. I don't think that should make us boring.
Agreed.
And it's the same with the conversation about the AFLW, how they say that's boring too because they don't score many goals.
I think it's a shallow comment to make. It means that you're not watching any. Is the only exciting thing goal scoring? Like, don't you watch? What about all the other stuff that happens in the game? It's not interesting to you.
Yeah.
You're only interested in goals.
Why is soccer the world's most popular sport?
Yeah, it's such a shallow interpretation of the game. So I feel like to say that and not really acknowledge any of the other good stuff that happens in a game is ridiculous. And I agree that it's just a really silly comment to make.
I
don't think it
I
was
know
the
we
worst
play
game.
slow and we do a lot of kick to kick. We don't go bouncy bounce very often.
Unless if you're Brad Hill,
Yeah.
or Darcy, you're not. Or Henry,
Or Nasiah.
you're not doing. Or Nasiah, unless if you're those four, you're not doing a bouncy
sometimes.
bounce.
It just depends. It has to be appropriate.
Yeah. But it's been saying that we are slow and we're hard to watch from the other clubs. But it's just different style of footy. You have to appreciate all the different aspects of football to really appreciate the game. And if you're just saying, oh, this guy can kick 5 goals in a game, like, okay, what about the rest of your players? Do you not care about them?
Yeah, I think it's ridiculous to say that.
I think St Kilda is very easy to shit on. I think Ross Lyon is very easy to shit on. I think that we are in the spotlight so much this year because obviously last year we really overachieved. And then, you know, the media like David King had us winning the flag in preseason. I mean,
he still
didn't we
defends
all?
us this season,
He does.
which I like.
He does, which
Thank
is
you,
actually
David
very
King.
rare from King because previous years he's really been on our tail. But you know, I know he watched a lot of us preseason and he said that he saw some awesome signs and stuff. And, you know, people listen to that because they're experts, I say in quotation marks. So I think it's because of that and it's because of the hype. And now we are a bottom 4 team until we beat Brisbane and then, you know, bottom 5.
We are bottom 5 right now.
Oh, yeah, we are too.
Yeah, we're 14th.
Yeah, suck it, Crows.
Yeah.
2 points.
Battle of the bottom tier. So keen. But no, I think it's because of that we have these stupid articles written about us because everybody just had their hopes really like too high. And yeah, we essentially overachieved and now look at us. So I think it's easy to bag us and to bag Ross Lyon. And you know what? It pains me to say it, which is why I like to get in Facebook comments, but we are a very hateable club.
I don't know why though. Why? There's a lot of
Because our history, because we're historically shit.
Because we like to party. Is that what it is? Like, what's your problem?
It's because we
people?
don't fight back. There's not many of us and we just like, nice comment.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot though. There's a lot of hatred. And I noticed the last 2 times the Saints won a game on the AFL pages, there was just a lot of commentary about how shit we are, how we didn't deserve to win. And I don't understand. It's not like we're kicking their team down. Like, what are you upset about? We're losing. You're welcome. Like, what do you want? I don't understand.
I just think I think we're easy targets because our history is like, besides from Freo, the
but
worst.
that should make you like not hate because
You would
we've
think.
struggled. I don't understand.
Yeah.
I
You
don't
would
know.
think, but
Yeah,
I just
would
think it's an easy target. We're an easy target.
But it's the same with North. Like,
Yeah, they
people
bully
don't
the-
like to see North win. And
I
they'll
don't
be
know
like,
why. That's so annoying.
It's easy to shit on quiet clubs.
Yeah.
You know, North
Just-
is a small club.
No one's going to
We're
fight
a-
back.
Yeah, we're a
Just
small
bullies.
club.
It's just bullies
Yeah.
coming out,
Yeah.
trying to have a say.
Yeah.
I
It's
just
all right.
don't-
They'll shut up when we win the flag
Yeah,
next
it's
year.
true.
It's fine.
Well, I don't know about this year, but they'll shut up eventually.
Yeah.
Platform
They'll have
28,
to.
Kaz thought that we were making it all the way after a 3-point win against it.
I was worried that maybe what I said the last pod just made you delusional. 'Cause I was like, we're 3 games out. And you're like, that's it. We're going to win.
We're winning the flag. So St Kilda of us, isn't it? So St Kilda.
I went into the game thinking, I would love a win, but at the same time, I wouldn't mind a loss. And then I went more for a win. And so I guess you kind of converted me because before I was like, let's tank. And then I'm like, but at the same time, there's still a part of me which like
Wants to tank.
it was still a disappointing win. I don't know. I just felt like
Ross
everyone
was
took it away
disappointed.
from me.
Ross wasn't happy in the presser. He was still very disappointed with the way that we moved inside the 50, which I think
So
they've
valid.
been trying to fix for a good, 12 months. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even know. And it's just not working. I don't know. I don't know if it's because we have bad habits. I don't know if it's because I can't find the reason. I don't know. Maybe it's the curse.
Maybe.
Maybe there's just some
Maybe.
weird voodoo floating around the 50. I don't know what it is.
It's just a hard year to support St Kilda. And I think we're doing a good job
We are.
of just coming here every Monday and still trying to motivate everyone.
We soldier on.
Yes, we soldier on. All right, so we're going to go for a quick cat goes whack. Do you have one?
I do have one.
Yeah.
So I need to give a quick shout out to I'm not going to say he's my biggest fan, but Michael. So Michael and I were having a chat at Platform 28 and he was like, you've got to give me a shout out. So this is my shout out, Michael. I did promise him that I was going to rip off Riley Bonner's head, but you know what? No, I'm not going to do it. So like, as I said, I've watched the replay 3 times and Bonner isn't as bad. He wasn't as bad as I thought. He only had 2 turnovers. I think he is super easy to point the finger at because of his previous games, and I completely understand that. I am not going to sit here and say that he had a standout game, like at all, but I'm not going to say he had a shit one either. So that's not my cat goes whack. My actual cat goes whack is myself this morning. And it's learning to shut the bloody hell up because I sound like this. And
I think that's good. It's like,
if you've listened to us from the very start, you would know that I'm a teacher. So my voice is very important. But yeah, my cat goes whack is to shut the hell up and not tell people that we are winning the flag after we win 2 games in a row by 3 points. So
We're on a streak. We're on a streak. It's fine.
My cat goes whack is cat.
And Anna, do you have a Anna goes bananas?
I do. I have some stuff to say.
Okay.
First thing I want to say, in response to my last rant, which was posted on social media, just for all the people who might have found that mildly offensive, I happen to be a New Yorker, and F-bombs and fingers are how we say I love you. So that was just a big love message to all the supporters who don't come to games. That's for that. But today, what I wanted to have a bit of a rant about was Dimma. So I watched the post game, the little post conference, yes, and Dimma basically insinuated that his team lost because of the umpires, and that made me really mad because I don't think that one bad call is supposed to make the game, right? Like everyone says you don't win or lose because of an umpire's call. They were no help to us when Max King was held the entire time. Brad Hill had an injury to his face from high contact, which we did not get a free kick for. So I think as a coach and as a leader, it kind of doesn't make sense, and it's a little embarrassing to be whinging about the umpires. The umpires are not the reason why Ben King couldn't score in the last 1.5 minutes. The umpires were not the reason why after 137 marks, the Suns only had 9 inside the 50. I don't think that was the umpires, So maybe it's a little bit more, the umpires also aren't responsible for Wendy taking Took Miller to school that day. That wasn't the umpires. That was because your team wasn't as good, so you lost, okay? So suck it up, give a better presser, and be a leader, Dimma. We all know why you lost. Thank you.
And I don't think it was the umpires call to play at Marvel either.
That's right.
And not Metricon.
That's right. It's
shut
just
the bloody hell up, Dimma.
And no one calls him out on excuses, right? Ross gives an excuse one time talking about the runner, and everyone went to the media with it. Dimma has an excuse all the time. You're just not good enough yet, okay? You'll get there maybe. We'll see. We don't know. Maybe you're a wash-up too. We don't know. But you'll get there. Okay, stop whining. Nobody wants to hear that from a coach.
That was really good. Okay, we're just going to take a break.
It made me mad.
Deep breaths.
Yeah, well, I did have a few beers. So that's enough.
And cut.
back.
You've got mail.
You've got mail. It's time for red, white, and black mail. Okay, so our first question's from Josh. We've got 6 or 7 wins left to stay in finals contention. Who are we beating?
All of them.
I think we could probably beat most of them. I don't know.
Are we going to beat Lions up at the Gabba?
Yes.
We possibly could.
yes.
I don't remember the last time I said this last week. I don't remember the last time we beat the Lions.
Yeah, but I don't remember the Lions being so they're not great this season.
I don't remember us being so.
I just look, the problem with the Lions is that they're tall and we're just not.
Yeah.
And that's always going to be a problem. But I don't know. The Lions just they're faltering a little. And I'll say what I said at the game, which is Eric Hipwood kicked a lot of goals, which means he's going to be crappy for the rest of the year because he doesn't do that. He doesn't have 2 good games. So I'm looking forward to all the behinds, Eric. I can't wait. And I think, I don't know, it's possible they just have an off game and we happen to.
I think they got a lot of free kicks in their game, which no, they got a lot they got a lot of free kicks. I don't know, something. And I said, well, they're not going to get free kicks this next week against us. So we're going to win. So I think I turn around, we'll win them all.
I don't know. I don't know if we'll beat the Swans, but.
No, we can do it. Done it once, do it again.
I don't know.
I'm worried about Carlton. I'm worried about Sydney. We will dissect Brisbane in more depth. I do think that we'll win, but I think it will be a tough win. But yeah, I mean, look, our fixture is predominantly at Marvel, which we're very lucky. So even though there was only 17,000 Saints fans on prime time at Saturday on prime time, maybe the more we win, the more Saints will show up and get around the boys. And I think that really does play
fire us up.
Play a really big part.
It does.
In our boys.
I'm actually most worried about, because we're the Saints and this is just so typical, I'm worried about the Adelaide game. I'm worried about playing the Crows.
Actually, we'll lose.
Probably, we'll probably have a hard time with that one for no reason whatsoever.
I just have flashbacks from last year when we played the Crows at Adelaide and we got smacked.
It was a horrible game.
I was there by myself, sitting with Crows. And I was like,
no.
Then every time I line up for a goal, they're booing. And I'm like, don't boo us. We are literally losing. Give us a goal. Oh.
Yeah. That's the game I'm worried about, though, to answer the question.
So we have 9 left. So my
I need 6 to 7.
Yeah. I reckon we win 4 or 5. That's my answer to that question.
6.
Yeah.
6.
I'll take whatever wins we get.
Yeah, take them all.
Okay, this one's from Kyle. Thoughts on the umpiring all game? Personally, I think it was atrocious towards Saints and Suns.
Okay, so both. I agree.
Yeah, we've touched on this. And
You know what? I think that's what it is. When the umpiring is crappy and you're the team that lost, you're sore about it because you're like, it's the umpires, but we know that it's not. And they're just crappy. I don't know that they're always biased. Sometimes they are. It's only the Crows that ever have lost because of bad umpire calls, let's be honest.
Yeah, crappy both sides. It's been crappy. It will be
all
crappy.
over.
It will be.
It's for the whole league, the whole competition. Everyone's copying it.
And actually, I do have to say, because I do a little bit of like historical research on the AFL and things, and there's excerpts from the 1890s where there are supporters who are saying that the umpires were crap. So it's just part of the game.
It's been a thing.
Yeah, it's just a thing.
Yeah.
Beck asks, who comes in for Dukes? Will Zane or Ari get the call up? PS, love your work.
Oh, thanks, Beck.
We kind of talked on that.
Yeah,
We
I
don't
reckon
know.
it's Ari. Yeah.
It could be both.
Oh,
I don't know. Maybe
say-
Ari becomes an emergency sub. I wouldn't.
Maybe
be surprised.
Cordy, because Caminiti we haven't talked about this. Caminiti apparently is injured. We'll see when the injury list comes out, but maybe Cordy does a Caminiti role.
Oh my God, they're listening to us.
Amber, if you're listening, that one's for you. I know she would love that. Next we got Brock. We're the best team. We only need 7 goals to win.
Hey, but that's a plus.
Work
That was
smart.
good by you, Brock.
Work smarter, not harder.
Yeah,
we've touched on that. We
that's
got
a
like
plus.
yeah.
I think
Forget
that's
Sydney
okay.
kicking 100 points. 7 goals is where it's at, guys.
Yeah.
But how awesome is it that you can win by that low of score?
Yeah.
I think that's such a like.
Which
Yeah,
is
that's
why
a-
people
such a
say our
win.
game's boring.
Yeah,
You
well,
know?
they only say that because they don't like us.
Yeah.
If you liked the Saints, you wouldn't mind so much, would you? I think Geelong games are boring. They always win, and that's boring. So
But they lost to the Swans.
Well, this season, they're not so much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so
that's
But
They're
they
bench.
did lose a 30-something point lead. Like, first quarter it was 3 to 37, 38 or something. And they ended up losing the game. So piss off Geelong.
Thomas asks, what should Miller and Reid get for Windhager for Father's Day since he now owns them both?
Box of chocolate.
A crown.
Yeah,
All hail Windy.
I don't know.
that's an excellent.
If Reid can get Rising Star, he should give that to Windy. And I don't know if Miller's won the Brownlow, but he can give that if he ever wins it to Windy too.
yeah,
Pass all your awards on to Windy.
yeah, exactly.
To your dad.
Yeah, to your daddy. I feel so weird calling him daddy when he's 20 years old.
I like it though. It's good.
Daddy.
Daddy Windy.
And this one's Bella. Fave players.
Dougal Howard.
I like Jackson Clare. My
Aw.
favorite.
Mine's Cheeto. He made an Instagram story yesterday, and it was him and Nazaya, and
Saw
it just
that.
says Wang, thumbs up. And I died. I'm just like responding. I'm like, love this so much. Because I went to a game last year and everyone's calling Nas Wang. And then so I started saying Wang. And then this whole podcast I've been like, can't call him Wang. That's inappropriate. But Machito did it. So the Wang's back.
So it's allowed.
The way I died, I was like, Cheeto said Wang.
He's a victim of the red, white, and black chat DMs. So, sorry, Cheeto.
I love him so much.
Me and Dougal Howard every day. Tears.
And that's it. Thanks everyone for the questions.
They were awesome this week.
Yeah, we had
so
some good
thank
ones.
you.
So check out our socials. On Sunday, we put out the post to get the questions in. Hit us up with anything. We like to laugh. Okay. Next, we are going to discuss Saints vs Lions, which is happening on a Friday night. How we feel? I think we've touched on it a little bit, but how are we feeling about this one?
I'm going to be there. I'm going. I'm making the trip up to Vegas.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, I'm
That is
super,
exciting.
super keen. So the last time I went to the Gabba is the last time we ever saw D-Mac play. So a bit traumatized from the Gabba.
They broke him, and that is why I'm going to hate them for
Oh,
the
Yeah.
It absolutely devastating. And oh my goodness, so I have a story to tell. So it was a really close game. I'm sure our viewers and listeners and the gals remember. Great game though. Like the boys really put in their 110% and it was a very honourable loss. And this lady behind me taps my shoulder and she goes, God, you're a twat. Ew. And I was like, these Queenslanders, like they're they're a bit of a different breed. And I was like, I just like literally don't know what to say. Anyway, then the boys were going through the race and I rubbed Marshall's head. This is Kaz again on the too many raspberry vodkas. And then I was like to the girls, oh my God, I've never washing this head, just like being an idiot. And she looks at me dead in the eyes and she goes, I'll say it again. You're a twat. Like, holy moly.
Was that a Lions fan?
Yeah.
Why was she hanging out at the run?
Oh,
Oh,
and
no.
also she was like easily above 60. Like she was a sad old woman. But despite the trauma, I feel like every single interstate game that I've been to, I have trauma from. But I'm hoping to break the curse. I've never been to an interstate win,
Really?
but that changes when I hop on my Jetstar flight on Thursday.
Hopefully. Yeah,
I'm trying to think.
I'm not overly confident. But I'm going to try. I don't know. I'm not saying that we're playing so well that we look so good that we're going to beat Brisbane, obviously. I just think anything can happen.
I don't like our record against them. It's been a long time since wins against the Lions. They're pretty strong up in their home ground. They do have a decent crowd. And the Gabba's just kind of icky.
I like the Gabba.
It's
It's good
dirty.
vibes.
It's so
Might be good
dirty.
measurement.
The
for
seats
us.
are all like crusty and
Love
I went
the
there
Gabba.
last
Is the Gabba the field that is most resembles in size and shape Moorabbin, though?
Oh, you were going to say the G. Like it resembles the G the most.
I don't know. I feel like it.
It's quite big.
Yeah, I think it might be closer to Moorabbin's size.
Oh,
I don't
I've
know.
never heard that.
I
Maybe.
actually don't know. I don't know why I even.
Mm.
I don't know why I even asked that.
It's a
I
bevy's
just don't
getting
know.
to you.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to find a reason why we might win other than the fact that we're better than Brisbane because I don't know that we are. But
well, it's nighttime, so maybe it will resemble Marvel.
Mm.
Maybe. It might resemble the G because of the lack of the roof, like the no
Yeah.
roof. I really can't discredit the Lions. So, like, I know that we're only one position below them, but also in saying that, we are the same because a lot of their losses have been extremely, extremely close, but so have ours.
Mhm.
So I feel like it will be an equal contest. I feel like I will probably pass out and maybe have a cardiac arrest. I'm not sure. But I do think it will be a really close game. And I do think that we are good in our defense. And yes, they're tall, but we're good. Our backline is good.
I
So-
think we're going to play them differently than we have ever before. And that makes me feel good.
that's a
I
Ross
agree.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
all I've got for that. I will say this, though, also. I don't know if I could ever go to a game at the Gabba because that country road song irritates the crap out of me. I don't know if I could hear it 10,000
And you might
times.
get called a twat.
Oh
So-
my God. It would drive me bonkers. Like I couldn't.
No,
I
he's not
don't
going
know
to
if
kick
I could
any.
do it.
We won't let him kick
Drive
any.
me nuts. I can't
Cameron always
listen to
plays
it.
very well against us.
Mm.
He
Who would we
loves
put on
us.
him? Battle?
Yeah.
Mm,
Jimmy.
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 mm.
Jimmy.
Oh, I don't trust Jimmy.
But he hasn't had a good.
Yeah.
He hasn't been great this season, like Cameron. Hasn't had amazing.
He'll have his breakout game against us. So
Yeah.
you watch.
Who's the
He kicks
nobody at
8.
Brisbane? We have to find out who the nobody is. They're going to kick a bunch of goals against us, and hopefully,
In saying
they
that,
end up
though,
behind.
Dukes always plays super well against Hipper.
Mm.
Always, like when he gets a big, tall like that, he always really proves himself, like the likes of Dixon, et cetera, et cetera.
I don't want to waste Wilkie on Danaher.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what I was also thinking. So we've got Hipper and Danaher to
There's some of my
keep in mind.
so disinterested in both of them. I think they're
Mm.
so overrated.
I think Danaher's pretty overrated.
Yeah. Well, Hipwood should be in the VFL. He doesn't even belong playing like actual.
I love
football.
him.
Really? Oh my
Twist.
God!
I like watching him. I'm always
Really?
rooting because he misses them so many times.
Exactly.
I
That's what
root
I'm
for him.
saying. No.
I'm like, come on.
No.
That was me with Bailey Fridge today. I can't lie.
You felt bad for Bailey
Mm.
Fridge?
Oh, yeah.
I don't feel bad.
But I also hate
They're not.
Collingwood, so that's why I felt bad for him. But yeah, I get what you're saying, Soz. Like, yeah, you kind of do feel bad, but we're not going to feel bad on Friday night.
I don't feel bad.
He can-
But I'm
he can
glad-
kick
I'm
18
glad
points,
He
it's
has
fine.
us, people who care because I don't. That's good. It evens it out.
So, scores, predictions.
Watch us win again by 4 points. We're going to switch it up a bit. Nah, I think we'll win, and it will be within a 2-goal margin. Yeah,
Yep.
2 goals or less. That's my official tip.
I'm going to say 17 again because I just don't. I don't know why. 17.
Okay.
Not goals.
Win.
Points.
Win.
I
Okay,
think-
17 each way.
17 each way. We'll see.
I reckon again under 10. I said lose by 4. I was pretty close. That could have been.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm going to, maybe if I keep picking us to lose, then we'll win. All right, I'm going to have us lose by 6. And then it'll be a win. It's like reverse jinxing.
Well, that
I
Oh, it's like
prove
the
her-
tanking
that
theory,
candy
right?
stripe's not coming out the rest of the year. I understand. Not coming back.
I'm wearing the exact same outfit. I've washed it so I can pack it. I'm wearing the same outfit that I wore on Saturday to the game because that's my good juju outfit now. Same jocks and everything.
Same socks.
It's all right, guys. They're washed, they're clean. No stinky
I wear
feet.
the same socks every Saints game.
Oh my God.
I wear the long socks.
Are they St Kilda socks?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Yeah.
cute.
I wear them every
Cute.
game.
Cute.
They don't always work.
There was a period of time where I used to I looked like such a silly Billy. Saints leggings from Cotton On. Saints, Saints socks up to my knees. The only thing that wasn't Saints was my shoes. Like absolutely, I looked like an absolute clown. That was on Saturday. But God, the things you do for this club, I have them bloody inked on me for God's sakes.
I've been wearing
Laser tattoo removal.
No. I've been wearing cowboy boots. That's my footy outfit.
Love
I got
that.
a red pair, a white pair, a black pair, and I just mix it up.
Yeah.
Love that. That's so cute.
Same, I'm wearing cowboy boots. I think it's time to do a bit of the ones that got away.
All right.
Yeah.
So I probably
Ones
don't
that
know any of
got
these guys.
away. All right. I did cheat. I asked my friends. Nice. I am not that smart and I don't know how to Google it. And then they wrote a list and I'm like, I don't know who. They're all like 40-year-olds. I'm like, I don't know who any of these players are. So I've
Hit us.
cut it down to 3. Number 1, Dara Joyce.
Oh my God, he did play for Brizzy.
I think he still does.
I didn't know he played for
shit, does
Brisbane.
he?
I have a feeling he still plays for their VFL team, does he?
but- Really? I don't know.
I think he's still around.
I don't know.
Hmm.
I've heard of him.
You don't know who he is?
I've heard of him.
He was in our list. He was a solid VFL player.
Yeah.
And
Good VFL player.
I've heard
and
of
then
him.
there was like one season we had so many injuries and I think
he
got the call up.
played. Yeah.
It was like desperate times, desperate measures.
Yeah.
I'm sure Sad Sainer would have a lot more to say
I
about
think
him.
that
than us.
he's
yeah.
like featured in one of these historical things. Like I could have sworn that I heard his name.
This was like
as
2
the-
years ago.
Oh, then I'm wrong.
Yeah.
And it's not him.
It's
not
very-
not no.
All right then.
Yeah.
Irrelevant.
Yeah.
We've got Brett Voss,
Oh,
Michael
Legend.
Voss's younger brother.
Hmm.
legend. Absolute legend. All the Voss boys are just legends.
Yeah,
Can't
played for St
disregard
Kilda, which
them.
is and the Lions.
Huh.
I don't know of any fun facts about him. That would be Sarah's job. And then last of all, I have Jason Graham. I sent him a message.
You guys
Let
love
me
the
find
Get a
DMs.
reply.
I
You
didn't get a
guys
reply.
love the DMs.
We love the
just
DMs
love
here on
them.
Red, White, and Black Chat. But you know what? Take it as a compliment because not everyone's getting them. Bonner's not getting one from Anna. Like
No one's getting it from me.
I sent the message I sent. Hi, I'm part of the Red, White and Black Chat podcast, and one of our weekly top flicks is the ones that got away. Because you played for Saints and Lions, you're going to get a special shout. Is there anything you would like the Saints fans to know? He hasn't responded.
Yeah.
So
Let's think. What would he want us to know?
he loved his time at the Saints. I've got to talk for him. He did though. and
When did he
was-
play for the Saints? What were the years? I don't know.
We had him when we were at our prime in
Mm.
2010.
Oh,
So
it was the end of the prime, though.
that was the prime of the prime.
yeah, it was prime of the prime. Yeah.
I guess 2010 was the prime of the prime.
Yeah.
2009, we were
I
top
was
of the
thinking
ladder, I think.
2009 was the prime, and then it kind of
We should have won both
Fell.
premierships,
Yeah.
but that can be a whole podcast.
yeah. That's
In itself.
That's a sad story. We're not doing sad stories.
one day we'll talk about that. What do you look?
I'm looking at
I'm like, please tell me you're doing.
So he was part of the dream team.
yeah.
Hmm.
What was he?
2006 he started with us.
Mm.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
sorry, 2004 to 2012.
Oh,
So
so, he
he
was
was
the dream team. He played
Prime,
with all the greats.
prime.
Oh,
He
the
was
Wizard
for
Cup.
us.
No,
Hey?
that was 2004. Did you say 2004?
Oh, when did he go to
2000
Brisbane?
He
So-
played the Wizard Cup.
He went to Brisbane afterward?
No, before. So
Before.
2003 he was at Brisbane. Didn't play a whole lot. And then 2004 he came to us. 2009 he played 24 games. And then in 2010 he played 18. So yeah, that would have been injuries, I'm sure, in 2010. But no, he was definitely crucial to us in our 2009
Yeah, well, thanks
list.
for not replying, Mr. Graham, as if you had something else more amazing to do.
I gave him about
Okay.
1 hour's notice. I've never spoken to him before. Just
he
like,
might not
hey,
even
man.
run that account. He might just.
This is on Twitter. He makes
Oh,
a tweet
Twitter.
every day. So
Oh,
I
there you
thought,
go.
obviously, he would have
Tomorrow
checked.
morning he'll wake up to a lovely tweet.
And then I think Amber sent, she was like, I saw this. I'll send him a message too. He hasn't responded, so thanks, man. All right, to end things up, I'm going to give a quick Zebs report. I wrote notes. So we played Gold Coast. We, as in the Zebs. It was a draw. Last year, they were the premiership team, so that's actually really impressive by the babies. We scored 12-10, 82. They scored 11-16, 82.
Whoa.
Zebs can kick goals.
Yeah, they can.
That is a big change from the St Kilda Saints. The goal scorers. Garcia kicked 3.
Mm.
Cooper Sharma kicked 3. And
Boys.
Lancey kicked 2. So I'm so happy for them. I'm sure Cooper Sharman's due for a comeback. It was pretty even throughout the whole game. In the fourth quarter, though, Gold Coast got up by 20 points. And we came back in the second half of that fourth quarter. And Cooper Sharma kicked the last goal right at the end of the game.
So
I love
good.
it.
We're really good at chasing tails in the fourth quarter, aren't we?
Yeah.
Mm.
It's
Really good.
I'm so proud of them. I wish Saints had that kind of like fight in them.
That oomph.
But they are
Yeah.
the Saints, so they'll get there. They'll get
My
there.
baby Zebs, they can stay there and they can keep their vibe. Philippo was in the guts. He's been playing what I like to call the Jack Steele role,
Uh-huh.
which is, I'm not sure what it does, but is everywhere. So he laid 8 tackles and that's very good for
That's
him.
awesome.
He's getting the
Yeah.
experience that he needs
Right.
when he comes back to Saints,
Yeah.
because everyone's been saying all season that he just has been off. But he's getting there, and I reckon when he's back,
Good.
I think he's just prematurely thrown into the AFL like big leagues, and
Yeah.
I think he's so good. I just think he need more time though to build like the
Yeah.
skill and the confidence.
Well, we've seen what he can do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So now it's just a matter of, building his confidence up and, and then he has to gel and, work his way up with the team. But, we've seen his potential. So, even if he's at Sandy for the rest of the year, I don't care.
Me
Think
either.
about Mateus. He is like a month older than Harley Reid, but he has that whole extra year. So was he thrown in too early? Like he could have gone the younger draft, but he went to the older one.
Yeah, but
So-
Harley Reid likes the pressure, and I don't think Philippou does. I think he's got to adjust to the idea that someone's
But Harley
coming
Reid
at
had
him.
like an extra year to develop in the underage.
Right.
like
so you
in
think
the-
that's why?
Yeah.
Maybe that's the difference.
Harley had the extra time to be the best when they're
Right.
that similar of age. Well, Mateus has just been
He's
trying to
also
fight his way.
bigger than Mateus. He's
Yeah.
just a big
Much
kid.
bigger.
Harley Reid.
And he crouched
And
go.
also,
He played well, still 30 disposals, but he was on and off the field.
Okay.
he's not coming.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna play.
He gets the
I think
touches, but
so.
I don't think he can play out a full game. So I don't know what we just have to wait and see what's going to happen with
Mhm.
him.
Or is it just precaution that he's not playing the full
Mm.
game? Like, is it worth playing him a full game at VFL level? Like,
Mm.
I don't
we'll
know.
never know the answer. We will
Mm.
never, ever know the answer until he's listed in the Saints team. We'll never know. He was listed as an emergency, though, this week.
He was. And he may
And
get
he
an emergency
wasn't-
next week.
And he wasn't last week. So.
But he did play the VFL, and Ari didn't play either because he was the emergency.
Mm.
So Ari didn't play VFL because Sandy played before Saints. And so I guess they didn't, in case anything happened,
Mm.
Ari was the plan to be, obviously he wasn't the sub. Seb Ross was, which we haven't talked about, but that's fine.
Oh, yeah, we didn't talk about that.
Doesn't matter.
Not
Doesn't matter.
worth it.
We can touch on
Yeah.
that next week. Anyways, with that, I think we'll end it here. A
Okay.
big chat. Thanks for coming in, guys.
Oh, thank you.
I hope to never
guys.
host again.
Oh, thank you.
You smashed it.
I miss my seat over there.
No.
But
Thanks
everybody,
for letting me vent. it's been great.
everybody
Thanks.
get down to Bentley Social.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
It is such a good vibe down there. I won't be there, so you won't have to worry about listening to this husky voice. I'll be at the Gabba making the likes of, who am I gonna yell at if Dougal's not on the field? Oh, Cordy. If Cordy's in, then Cordy can hear this rusty voice. But
Otherwise, give Max a go. Give him a high.
Yeah, I'll give them all a high. But get down to the social. It's good vibes. It's good food. It's extremely cheap drinks. Staff are lovely. Venue's lovely.
There's a QR code on the table, so you can order from the table if you don't like to line up in lines, which
Get
is
a bit
nice.
of social
Apparently
anxiety.
the parma ends up on the fries. I never heard of that before.
I've had the parma there. It's fine. The sad saying is a little bit dramatic. But no, it's really good vibes. Get down, meet the crew. I can't lie to you guys. I was very overwhelmed with the people that came up to us at Platform 28. We have some listeners.
Yeah,
so
we do.
get down, come see the gals, come see the boys. Give us a hug. And we'll embrace you. So calm the Saints.
Go Saints. See you
Calm
next
the
week.
Saints.
Bye.